Hello, Team Red. This is Coach Patty here, and I'm making this video to explain the offside rule to you, especially for those of you who are new to U10, moving up from U8. This is a rule that will be called during games in U10. And during practice, I want to make sure you guys have enough time for scrimmage and to get as many touches on the ball as possible. So I hope that you're able to make time for this video for a little bit of soccer homework. So let's get started. So I have these pieces labeled here, and you can see they're left back, center back, right back, left midfield, center midfield, right midfield, and center forward. You hear me say it during practice all the time. When our team is in possession of the ball, we are on offense. When the other team is in possession of the ball, you are on defense. So that's why these are not labeled center defense or right defense. It's simply named after where you are positioned on the field, in the forward in the field, middle of the field, or back in the field. So to explain offside, let's start from the basics, which is, what is a game? The essential components of a game involve two sides, or you need an opponent and some type of objective. So let's say with chess, the goal is to capture the king. There are rules to chess, right? The pieces move a certain way. There's en passant, there's castling. With chess, the objective may be to capture the king, but that doesn't mean you just set up the board and then the first person to grab the king off the board is the winner. No, that's not how the game is played. So with soccer, we have something called the offside rule. And if you think about it, like let's say you're playing basketball, the hoop is so tiny, right? You can shoot from anywhere around half court and or anywhere on that part of the field of the court, and it's kind of hard to get the ball in, right? It's a tiny basket and you're shooting with your hands and stuff. But with soccer, if there were nobody here and it was all clear, this goal is enormous, right? So the chances of getting the ball in are pretty high. It's a pretty big goal. So in soccer, the rule is that you need to have two defenders in front of you, and the keeper is included. So you need to make sure that there is another defender in front of you. So let's talk about the implications of this for when you are on offense or when you are on defense. So if our team is in possession of the ball and all these other players are fighting to get possession, if you are any position, doesn't matter whether you're forward or center mid, if you are hanging out over here waiting for a pass so that you can tip the ball in, you only have the keeper in front of you, you would be considered offside. If you think about it, let's say you have a parent on the sideline over here, right? And you pass the ball to them, to your parent passes it to you and you tip it in. Obviously that's not going to count, right? Because they're not playing for the other side, and they're not on our roster, they're not playing on our side, they're offside, right? So same here, if you are positioning yourself over here and everybody else is over here in the game, playing the game, trying to win possession, trying to keep possession, and you are hanging out over here, then you're not really in the game. Your objective is not to get the ball over here, right? Because you're not on the other team, you're on our team. But if you're positioned here, you can't really receive a pass to score there. So then you're not really on our side either, right? You would be considered offside. So that's what that means. You need to have two defenders in front of you. So basically that means if the other team pushes up, if the ball is over here on this side of the field and everybody is, if they've pushed up, you need to make sure that you are in line with the last defender, because that's the only place where you can legally receive a pass. If you are over here and your teammate passes the ball to you like this with only the keeper here and everybody's over here, then you would be called offside. So it's only if you are in line with the last person on the other team that you can legally receive a pass and still move forward, okay? So the implication for this when we are on defense and the other team is in possession of the ball is this. During practice, you also hear me telling you all the time for the back line to stay in line. And the reason is this: if the other team is in possession of the ball, okay, and they're on this side of the field, everybody is pushing up over here, we're trying to score over here, right? And our team has possession, then you should move up. And the reason why is this, right? Because you can catch the other team offside. This means that if anybody from the other team is hanging out over here and they receive a pass from anywhere over here, from this half of the field, they will be considered offside. But if you don't stay in line and one of you is hanging back somewhere, then that means that opens up this entire area of the field. That means now this other player can receive the ball anywhere over here, and it would still be a legal pass and they can shoot and score, right? But if you guys stay in line, then that means that narrows their playing field, and the other team can only receive the ball from this point on. And also I do want to clarify one thing, because it was asked of me last season, and that's this, which is that this does not mean that the other team, if you guys stay in line here, that they are not allowed to score behind you, because we're still playing soccer, right? If somebody comes up to you, if the other team is in possession, at this point, you need to attack the ball and win it back, right? This is the danger zone that we talk about, that we want to keep the ball out of here. If at any point somebody from the other team is in this half of the field, you need to attack and win that ball back. So if somebody beats you on the ball and they can outmaneuver you or dribble past you, that is absolutely allowed. They're playing soccer and they can score. So that's not what the offside rule is referring to. It's about receiving a pass over here, okay? If they beat you on the ball and they're just dribbling and they can outmaneuver you, that counts. Okay, so hopefully that's the basics of the offside rule. I'm sure you can find other videos on YouTube to help explain it, and feel free to come and ask questions, or if you need another explanation, let me know. Looking forward to our games this weekend. Thanks, guys. Bye.